Hello students, so today we are going to start with this particular chapter called digital presentation. In this digital presentation we are going to learn regarding how to create presentations, how to do some kind of digital presenting using different kind of scenarios under different kind of scenarios, and giving you different kinds of designs or layouts that you can manipulate in a digital presentation. As CBSE was using different kind of software for they were using like OpenOffice, but I prefer to use PowerPoint because most of the people use PowerPoint. So if you look over here, I have PowerPoint 2016. If you have different version of PowerPoint, it doesn't matter. So we this is the interface of a PowerPoint. Okay, I've already created a video of this particular lesson. All I'm doing is explaining you the video. Okay, so this is the interface of a PowerPoint. We have the home buttons, the new files, and the open file on the left hand side. On the top, on the upper section, we have the blank presentation. Then the default templates. The default templates are the designs which are predefined, which are already made up for you by the Microsoft PowerPoint, and you can apply those things in your presentations. Okay, and recently are the things that you've been working on this particular files. Okay, and the pinned are the things in which recently worked files, and these files you want to you do not want to override, you do not want to get override by the other new files. Okay, you want to keep it there. Every time the PowerPoint is opened, you want to keep it there, so that you do not need to open the file again. This is a shortcut way of doing a pin. Okay, so this is the first interface of a PowerPoint. Okay, we have blank presentations, we have default templates. On the left hand side we have the home buttons, the new buttons, and the open of your previous files. On the lower section we have the recent files which you have recently worked on, and the next to the recent files are the pinned files through which you can tell that okay, this particular file I want to keep it. Every time the PowerPoint PowerPoint opens it, I want to keep it over there. Okay, so you do not want to research your file again and again. So this is how the interface of PowerPoint looks like. So moving on, so this is the blank. I have clicked on a blank presentation, and this is the first interface that you are going to look at. The interface of a digital presentation with the help of a PowerPoint has certain ribbons. We have seen these kind of similar ribbons in the Microsoft Word also. So there is a file, there's a file tab, there's a home tab, insert design, but we do not had transition tab and the animation tab. In MS Word we had the mailing tab, but over here we do not have the facility of mailing our slides to multiple people. Okay, we do not have those things, but we have the additional things as transition and animation, through which we can make our presentation look good. Okay, and we can change the layouts also. So this is the first thing. So over here, if you look over here, this particular section is the through which you can create a new slide. Okay, if you click on this, every time a new slide is going to appear. Reset means whatever things that you have made in a particular slide, whatever designs that you have done, color that you have put, after doing that you think that okay, this particular design that I have created is not to the mark that I have thought of it, then if you do a reset, then it's going to unclear, or it's going to clear all the formattings that you had in a particular slide. So this is a reset button, just like your in your mobile phone. So we have like a reset button, through which if you do a reset, all the apps that we have downloaded newly will be deleted, and the phone will go back to the stage where it was first bought on. So that is a reset button. Same goes over here. Whatever designs that you have done in a particular layout, I mean to say in a slide, will be redone. That everything, all the formattings will be gone, but only the text will be left. The transitions, the animations, all the designs that you have done will be cleared, and only the text will be left, so that you can redo all the things. So this is somewhat like a reset button. Okay, then we have the sections in which we can merge like multiple slides into one single group. Okay, and we can create as many groups as we want. Later on in this particular video I'm going to show you how to do this sections also. Okay, then we have the font. We already know this because we have done this in MS Word also. Then we have the paragraph which is same as that of a MS Word. Then we have a drawings group. In this drawing groups, now these are a little different from that which we have done in MS Word. Over here we have shapes, there is a arrange, there's a quick styles, there's a shape fill, shape outline, and shape effects. Okay, shapes, we know that whatever the shapes that we want, we can draw that particular shape and put it inside our slide, and we can do multiple tasks inside a shape. Okay, for example, adding a gradient color, or inserting a picture, or just doing a simple fill. Okay, we can do those all kind of things. And arrange means if you have multiple things, if you have like multiple shapes, you have multiple text boxes, and you want certain text box to be appeared before the another text box, or you want certain shapes to be appeared before the another shape, then there is an option of arrange, in which there will be bring to front or send to back. Along with that, there will be like you can align all the particular objects. Now look over here, there are certain terms that I'm going to use in this particular chapter. This is a slide, and the things that I'm going to use inside this, other than the text, please remember that other than the text, the things that I'm going to use, for example text boxes, for example shapes, for example pictures, for example video clips, okay, the animations, the transitions, all the things that I'm going to use, those things are called objects. So these are like an object. So if I want to arrange my objects properly, okay, that they have a equal space between them, then there is an option of arrange over there, which I'm going to show you later on the upcoming sessions. Okay, and there's a quick style also, so you do not need to go to the colors. Okay, then select certain effects over there. You have certain default styles over here which you can apply in your particular slides. Then you have a shape fill, in which you can change the color of the background, you can change the color of a text box, not the text, okay, the background of a text box, you can change the color of your shapes. Okay, these all the things you can do with the help of a shape fill. Then is a shape outline, in which we are going to change the shape's border. Okay, because whenever you are inserting a shape, the shape has two colors. The one, it has the shape fill, which is the color of the shape, the inner color of the shape. Then there is a border color of the shape. So you can change all these things with the help, or if you want to change the inside color of any shape, for example text box or any shape that you have over here, you can do with the help of a shape fill. But if you want to change the borders, or you do not want any borders to be appeared on your particular shape, then you can do with the help of a shape outline. And there are shape effects. For example, you want to make it like a 3D, okay, you want to make it a virtual, you want to make it like in another way, you want to change the dimensions, okay, of a shape, then there is a shape effects. And at last we have editing. Now editing, I've showed you in MS Word also what the things that find, replace, and select does in MS Word. The same thing is done over here. So if you have any slide over here, if there are a lot of text, there are a lot of points over here, and you want to find certain word from that particular thing, then there is a find option, and there is a replace, means if you want to replace, for example there's a Rahul, and you want to replace Rahul with Ravi, then you have to do a replace. And select means if you want to select a particular text box altogether, or a table, or a certain shape, then you need to use the select tool. Okay, then if I go to the front, the clipboard, there is the same thing as that of a paste, cut, copy, and format printer. Though I have already told you what is a format printer, I am going to show you again how to apply format printer and how to use format printer in this particular video. So moving on this video, okay, so if you're moving on this video, if you look at it, if you click on the layout, there are 6 different kinds of nine different kinds of layout. The first one is the title slide, the second is the title content, the third one is the section header, the fourth is the to content, fifth is the comparison, sixth is the title only, seventh is the blank, eighth is the content with caption, and third is picture with caption. Okay, now if I continue like this, okay, the first one, as I told you, it is a title slide. So by default, what is coming over here is the title slide. Okay, so title slide has things like I can insert a title. Okay, I can insert any title I want. So if you look at this particular video, you can see that I can insert a title over here. Okay, and there this one is title and content. Now why it's termed to be a content? Because it just looks like a text boxes, because if you can see it properly, there are small icons over there. These icons are table icon, the another one is a chart, the third one is smart art, 3D modules, pictures, online pictures, insert videos, and icons over here. Okay, so if you click on this table, you'll find this particular dialog box to be open, which will ask for how many columns or how many rows do you want in this in order to create a table. So over here I have inserted 4 columns and 2 rows, so it has created me this particular table in which there are 4 columns and 2 rows. Okay, now the another one would be the section header. Okay, now section header, it is a big section. Okay, for example, you want to say that this particular section, okay, see it in this video, I have written my portfolio. Okay, just like giving a title. Okay, and you want to explain what this title is about, like a short summary over this particular title, then this is a particular layout which will be perfect for you. So this is a section header in which there will be a section, and in this particular section there will be header. For example, you are describing the section's header. Okay, so this is a section header layout. So if I click on next one, there are 2 content. Okay, in this 2 content, you can add one particular title and you can give 2 particular contents separately on 2 different things. So earlier it was a bit impossible, because you want to insert a table and you want to insert a chart, okay, of different things, then keeping those things side by side is going to create a lot of confusions. You have to work with margins, you have to work with spacing, each and everything, and at last you have to see that whether it comes in a good outcome or not, or it's particularly looks good or not. So you do not have to worry when it comes to our digital presentation, because in digital presentation we have this default layout which is going to help you and make this into 2 columns, in which in one side you can insert a table, in another one you can insert a chart and some other pictures or something like that. Okay, and the next one is the comparison. In this you can compare the 2 contents separately. Okay, you can give like difference between these 2 things. Okay, and in that particular difference, rather than writing the points, you can show them with the help of certain tables or 3Ds or with the pictures. Okay, you can do those things. Then there's a blank. Okay, in the blank you already know that there's nothing will be there, and this is a, I think this is a caption with a picture. Okay, so over here I have inserted one picture over here. Okay, so I went to the desktop. In my desktop I have one default picture, so I've inserted this picture. Okay, I've given a title over here, and I can give a short description of this particular picture on the left hand side, which will be below the title. Okay, so if you look next to it, now this is a picture with a caption. So in this picture with a caption is just the opposite of caption with a picture. So earlier you are describing the picture, but over here you are going to describe the header. Okay, according to that header, this would be a image. Okay, so looking at the header, you are going to select your picture and you are going to explain the header just like your section headers. Okay, so this is your picture with caption. So the next thing I think I have shown you is the section. Now see how the section is getting added. Okay, you need to go to the section and add a section. In this, a dialog box is going to appear, and you can give a name as section 1. Okay, the moment you do that, it will create a group. In this, I can add a particular group, I can add multiple slides to it. Okay, and afterwards I can also create another section. It's not that I can only create one group or one section. I can create around more than how much it is. It gives me the authority or the right to create groups or sections. I can do that much. Okay, so this is how a section is done. So if you need to create a new section, you need to go to the click on the empty space, then again go to the section under the slides group, then click on add section, give it a name, then under this section right click and just start adding slides. Okay, so it's going to do some kind of grouping. So later on, if you want to delete one whole group, you do not need to, because earlier if you want to delete a slide, you want to delete for example 4 to 5 slides, that means you need to select all these slides. Okay, now over here I'm just telling you there are 4 to 5 slides. What if there are around 50 slides? Okay, 50 different slides. Okay, so in the 50 different slides, you wanted to delete around 35 slides. So if you start doing manually, it's going to take a lot of time. So what you can do is, if you delete a certain section, automatically along with that section all the slides will also be deleted. So I think I have showed it over here how to do those things. So this is how you need to do. Right click on it and remove all sections. Same as, okay, remove sections and slides. So this is going to do all those things. The next thing I've done is I have I've shown how to insert a text box from the drawings group. So you can insert a text box over here, and in this text box I have shown how to use a format painter. So you can see it that I have decorated or formatted the text color format painter. I've given certain shadow to it. Okay, so you can see how it looks, and this is a spacing. Okay, you can find this only in the digital presentation. So if there are options like tight, loose, very loose. So it's very loose, the size between the space between the text will be increased and it looks good. Okay, so if I want this kind of styles in the next text box also, so I've written something else. So I think I've written PowerPoint over here. Now in this after I wrote a PowerPoint, I've again wanted to have the same kind of styles that I have done in the format painter text. So what I need to do is select the text box, okay, go to the format painter and click on the PowerPoint text box. The moment I do that, it's going to copy the styles of that particular text and paste it on the next text box. So these are the number lists which I have already shown you in my MS Word. It goes same as that of a MS Word. There is nothing different over there. So I'm not going to show you all the ordered and unordered lists. Over here I'm going to show you indentations. Okay, now indentations or levels, what you can say, are the spacing that you are doing. Okay, you are moving your text. If you are moving your text with help of levels, then it is going to create certain margins over in between them. Okay, now it's going to work according to the margins. I will show you in this particular video. Now I have gone over there, okay, and I've started clicking on that. Now see, if I click on that arrow, it's going to move to the right side. It's moving to the right side depending upon the size of the text box. Okay, if I click on the next arrow, it's going to move the text to the right hand side. Now if I want, I can do that same thing. Okay, if I can do the same thing with the help of a space. Okay, now but I've also shown you in this particular video. Now see, I am doing the same thing with the help of a space bar. Okay, but if I enable the ruler, which is under the view tab, okay, under the view tab of show group, if I enable the ruler, I think you can see all the 6, 5, all the 1, 2, 3 and everything. Now if I start to use space bar, the arrows at the top, they are not moving. Okay, so what is happening over there is my custom margins, my custom spacing I'm doing over there, but that is affecting the spacing and the margin of the slide. Okay, if I do not want to mess up the spacing and margin of the default values of the particular slide, I need to use the levels or the indentations. So if I click on that, along with that, the spacing that it has created, the levels along with the spacing, the levels has created, the cursor of the ruler is also going to move. So right now it's moving by 0.5. So right now, if you can see, if you press it once, it's going from 1 to 1.5, then from 1.5 to 2, then again from 2 to 2.5, then 2.5 to 3. So that way it's doing a plus 0.5 each and every time the spacing is going to be done. So this is how you need to use the list level or the indentations. So I hope you have understood this example. The next thing that I've shown is the shape. Now this is how you need to create a shape. Now whenever you are creating an oval shape, you need to press the shift button. Okay, you need to continuously press the shift button, and these are all the list of the shapes that you default have in your digital present in your PowerPoint. And you can also go to this particular shape by going to insert and pressing on shapes, and you're going to get the same kind of shapes. So in order to create this oval shape, I have continuously pressed shift button, because if I do not press it, this is going to happen. It's going to change the dimension of the shape. Okay, so if I need to make the oval accurately like a circle, okay, without changing or disrupting its particular dimensions, then I need to continuously press the shift button. After I finalize that this is the particular size of the shape that I wanted, release the mouse, then also release the shift button. Okay, so over here I've created two shapes. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to change the colors over here. So at first, for oval, I've gone to shape fill, which is under the shape fill styles, okay, of the format tab, and I've changed the color over here by using a shape fill. Okay, and if you go to a shape outline, now in the next way I've shown you how to do the same thing, but by not going to this particular way, but by using a format shape. Okay, so if you click on format shape, right click, and it's going to open this particular column. In this you have the two options, the fill and line. Okay, so if you click on fill, it is the same thing as the shape fill, and the line is same thing as the shape outline. Okay, if you click on fill, there is a solid fill, which is going to tell you that what color is inside that particular shape, and you can change the color accordingly, or you can change the color according to your wish. Okay, and if you go on line, this is the border line of any shape that you have selected. Okay, and if you click on no line, it's going to remove the border from the shape. Okay, so what if you want to place this particular yellow shape under the blue shape? Okay, because right now it's coming above it. Okay, if you want to go behind it and you want the blue circle, blue oval shape to come at front, then do right click on the shape and click on bring to front. Okay, if you click on bring to front, now look over here, that particular shape is now at the front. Okay, and the yellow shape will go at the back. Automatically the yellow shape will go at the back, and the shape that you have said that you want to keep it in the front will be in the front. So every time a new shape you are going to insert, that shape will go at the back of this particular blue shape. Okay, now another thing that I'm going to show you today is the gradient fill. So gradient means it's a mixture of two or more colors. If you look at the gradient stop, okay, there are around 4 colors right now. Okay, so there are 4 colors right now, so you are mixing 4 different colors. Right now is giving 4 different, not different but similar colors, which is like light, very light, then bit dark, then darker, then darkest, that kind of thing it's doing. But you can also change the color according to your wish. If you want to change the color, select that particular arrow over there, then go to the color, then change the color of your desired wish. So look over here how I have done. So see, I have changed the color over here. So if you need to adjust the gradients, that means if you want the darker to be more visible, then you need to scroll around the colors. If you scroll around it, if you bring the last gradient color at the front, is going to overcome the rest of the colors. So similarly, if you're going to from right to left, from dark, the dark is going to come at front. Okay, that means the darkest which is at the back, if you scroll it to the front, is going to be at the top. Okay, it's going to be at this topmost section. Okay, if you bring this particular color over here, it will be in the topmost section. So over here I have also shown you how to mix the other colors also. So this is where you can mix other colors also. It's not that every time it has to be a same color. This is how you need to scroll it. Okay, and that particular is the option of add gradient stop. Now add gradient stop is going to add one more particular arrow over there. Okay, so if you click on that one, it's going to add one more arrow over there, and that arrow you can change the color according to your wish. So look over here, I've added one more. Okay, and you can remove also with the help of a remove gradient stop. So this is how you can remove it. Okay, and there is a type. There are four types of gradients. This is a linear, radial, and there's a rectangular and path. Okay, so you can change. Now what are these things means? How your particular gradient has to be visible. Okay, it is going to change the directions of it. Okay, not the directions, the whole scenario of it. How, for example, it was if it was just like a blank over there, okay, with just like this one, then after changing to radial, now see the color is coming from the top. Okay, so along with the direction is going to change the style of the gradient also. Okay, so earlier it was from like lightest, then a bit dark, then darker, then darkest. Right now you can, if you change the type from linear to radial or radial to rectangular, it is going to change the style along with the direction of that particular gradient colors. So if you look over here, I have again showed it to you, and that is an angle, that how it has to be. Right now it is 40 degree, 45 degree. If I change it to 90 degree, now see the dark will be at the bottom, because we know geometrically 90 degree means a straight line. Okay, and if you change the direction, now this only works with the direction, it's not going to change the style. Okay, remember the type is going to change the direction as well as the style. The direction is just going to change the direction of how your particular gradient color, and the angle is going to is like a manual numbers of your direction that you want to move point wise. Okay, from 0 till 180, how you want to move your particular colors. Okay, so you are giving numbers, like doing manually how you want to change the direction. Okay, the direction over here, the direction option is like a default. You can do it in this direction, that direction, but if you want to change the direction manually, then you need to use angles. Okay, so this is how I have selected another color, which is of the another effect over here, which is present in the preset gradients. Okay, now if you need to insert a picture in the shape, go to the fill and select picture or texture fill, then you need to work offline and just press insert. So I inserted a picture on this particular shape. So this is how you can insert a shape. Okay, I mean to say a picture inside a shape. So students, in this later video I'm going to show you how to add audios, videos, okay, how to do slides, transitions, how to do animations, and along with that how to insert graphs, how to insert tables, and how to manipulate those things. Okay, all these things I'm going to show you, along with how to use the default template which is given to you in your particular slides. Okay, these are the things that I'm going to show you in the upcoming session. So I hope today's session was just an introductory part of the digital presentation. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubts, please do let me know. I'll help you out. Message me in the WhatsApp. Thank you, students.